Imagine waking up one day to find your homeland splitting in two, neighbors turning against each other, and the streets filled with violence and despair. This was 1947 India. Freedom was on the horizon, but at what cost? What unfolded in those final months before independence changed the course of history forever? The story begins in 1946. The British, reeling from World War II, could no longer hold on to India. They announced their departure, but as freedom approached, the cracks in unity grew wider. The Congress and Muslim League were locked in a battle over the soul of India. Could this land stay whole, or would it break apart forever? Jinnah's demand for Pakistan wasn't always so unyielding. Once a champion of Hindu-Muslim unity, he returned to politics in the 1930s, hardened and determined. By 1946, the Muslim League's sweeping victories in provincial elections made Jinnah a force to reckon with. His call for direct action aid in August 1946 was a chilling turning point. Bengal's capital, Calcutta, became a blood-soaked battleground, with thousands dead and countless injured. Could the dream of a united India survive such carnage? As riots spread, Gandhi stepped in with a radical solution. He walked barefoot across villages, urging Hindus and Muslims to live together. But his calls for peace were drowned out by escalating violence in places like Noakhali and Bihar. How do you stop a fire that's already consuming an entire nation? Meanwhile, the political chessboard shifted again. By early 1947, Punjab became the focal point. The Muslim League ousted its coalition government, riots broke out in Rawalpindi, and the region teetered on chaos. Britain, desperate to leave India without further bloodshed, sent Lord Mountbatten as the final viceroy. But even Mountbatten's diplomatic finesse couldn't bridge the widening divide between Jinnah and Nehru. Here's where it gets even more intense. Gandhi, in a last-ditch effort to save unity, proposed making Jinnah the Prime Minister of India. Let that sink in. He was ready to entrust 300 million Hindus to Jinnah, the man pushing for partition. But Nehru and Patel refused, calling it a betrayal of the countless sacrifices made for freedom. With no agreement, the Mountbatten Plan was drafted almost overnight. India would be carved into two nations, India and Pakistan. Punjab and Bengal would be split, and princely states given a choice: stay independent or join either dominion. It was a hurried compromise, and no one truly walked away satisfied. Finally, on August 15, 1947, India celebrated its hard-earned independence. But the joy was overshadowed by unspeakable tragedy. Partition displaced 15 million people, claimed over 1 million lives, and left the scars of communal hatred that linger to this day. And yet, amid the chaos, leaders like Sardar Patel began uniting the fractured princely states into one nation, a feat of diplomacy and determination. His story, a tale of grit and vision, deserves a video of its own. History reminds us of the cost of division and the power of unity. The partition of India wasn't just a division of land, it was a shattering of shared dreams. And it begs the question, could things have been different? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories that shaped our world.